the PMP Guru. I'm back. I'm back. Happy New Year. Look, y'all, less than 2 months. We got less than 2 months to get this thing done. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to come in and talk about the quick PMP study kit, like what you need in this next, what we got, 45 days or so? This next 40 to 45 days. And look, truthfully, like you can start over from scratch here. No. Hear me out. You don't want to, but honestly, like if you've dropped the ball on studying, you let months or weeks go by and you haven't looked at it out of frustration, doubt, fear, whatever it is, it's okay. We can start right now though. So look, let me give you the key items you need, all right? Item number one, you need a good study book. Now, if you study in the fifth edition, and look, we're rounding it out, we're getting ready to move into the sixth, but we still got some lurkers on that fifth edition. Look, you need a good study book. Now, I don't promote anyone in particular. I think everybody's stuff is good, but if you're going to study some stuff, let me give you order of importance, all right? So, book number one, from easy to most difficult, Head First PMP. I'm telling you, if you want to just ease into this thing with a lot of visuals and a lot of graphics and mind maps, Head First does a good job of visually showing you how to get your PMP, what to study, and how to make it make sense. From there, you can graduate to Andy Crow, one of my personal favorites. Shout out, salute to Velocity, Andy Crow. Look, it is worn, it is torn, it is raggedy, but it is my baby. I use this sucker. And look, let me tell you how to use it. So this is one of the most well-written, concise PMP study books. Fifth edition, you got to make sure you get the fifth edition. This is fourth one. I grabbed the wrong one off the shelf over there. But anyway, go through it chapter by chapter, section by section. Make sure you read the questions and answer them in the back of the book. Your goal should be 80% of those questions correct. If you don't get the question correct, on to my next study item. Flashcard it. All right, look, I'm going to pull both. All right, I literally used about 2 packages of flashcards when I was studying, okay? People ask me, so what do you put on the flashcards? I want you to make it super simple, right? One concept per flashcard. So I might put a definition on the front, term on the back. I might put a true or false question on the back, on the front, the answer on the back. All right, just make it super simple, guys. I had probably 300, 350 of these bad boys going into the test. The reason why, look, I know it's elementary. I know it's super elementary. People don't believe it, but I'm telling you, it's just like the book Who Moved My Cheese, all right? Super elementary book, still one of the best-selling business books today. And that book is what, 30 years old, 40 years old? Look, it doesn't have to be very complicated. Get some flashcards. Flashcard what you miss on those questions in the back of that book, all right? And make sure you understand the ones you got right, why you got them right. Read the justifications, all right? Now, next thing you need some good study material, right? So, of course, a little self-promote, shameless plug, right? This is my self-study book. This is the slide deck that I take my students through. You can see it. It's in its fullest entirety here. We got everything from earned value. I mean, you name it. We got it all in here. And even in the back, look, we got that 26 days, right? We got that 26 days booklet, right? How to pass in 26 days after a boot camp, all right? Next thing you need, look, you need some scrap paper. You need to be able to jot these concepts down. You need to be able to do critical path formulas on your own. You need to be able to understand, not just memorize this stuff, but be able to apply it. All right, now, getting back to the books. I talked about Andy Crow. I talked about Head First. Now, my students love it. I didn't study it, but the last 2 years, my students have said this with a resounding yes. Rita Mulcahy's questions, not the book. The book is a bit much, but the questions in each chapter are very, very, very similar to exam questions. I've heard student after student after student who passed said the same thing. I studied Crow's content. I looked over Head First for concepts. I studied Rita's questions, and they're very similar to the exam questions. Yes, they're a little tougher, right? They are a little tougher, but I hear word of mouth. That's what my students say who passed, that Rita's questions are very similar. So go get Rita's book as well. Now, book-wise, you're probably going to invest about $200 for all 3 of those books. All right, it just is what it is. Small investment for a big payback. All right. Now let me talk lastly about practice exam questions. You can go to my site, onechrisdaniel.com, and go to the blog, and I've listed 8 practice exam sites. Everything from Exam Central to you name it. Right? It's 8 different ones in there. Some of them are full length, some of them are 50 to 75 questions, but there are a ton of free PMP, PMI sponsored, might I add, websites where you can get free questions. So look, get a good book or 3. All right. Make sure you use flashcards. You're not too old to use flashcards. All right. Make sure you get some good study material, some good slide deck or content. All right. Make sure you make notes and go through questions. Right. What's the magic number? Here it is. People always ask me, what's the magic number? How many practice exam questions should I take before the test? My number, at least 1,000. I got students who did 4,000 or 5,000 of them and passed it. All right. I don't care what your strategy is. You just need to go through, in addition to what I've told you, at least enough questions so you're comfortable, you're confident, and you can understand them when you see them on the real thing. Okay. So look, that's been my time. This is the quick study tips, the study pack, right? The 45-day study pack before you get the exam. Now look, I want to help you out. All right. If you're down to come study with us, February 23rd, we're doing it right here in DC, in the office, PMP University. Come join me, all right? Hop on a plane, get in the car, come down, study with us for a day. We're going all day from 10 to 4. We're going to go through the big concepts. I'm going to answer questions. We're going to do, excuse me, real simulations in the room. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a crunch day. But this is for you if you've been studying, or if you slacked off a little bit, if you've taken a boot camp and already got your 35 hours, this is for you. So look, go on the website, onechrisdaniel.com. You can go to the events. You can look at the schedule and see what I got coming up next. And I would love to see you in one of the boot camps or study sessions real soon. Guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.
I feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be weak, but I'm alive from the dust until dawn. Yeah, I'll survive, 'cause I got sweet victory.